Thank you very much. Thank you. show you.
That's it, guys. Another live version taken from the live at the Electric Circus in Switzerland, April 29th, 1970, right before the release of the debut album by Black Sabbath. In the U.S., June 1970. That is N.I.B, which the song was about Lucifer, or the devil, falling in love with a woman. Obviously, Lucifer was immortal, but he fell in love with a human woman. Geezer Butler, I believe, wrote the lyrics. Everybody used to think the song stood for Nativity in Black, but it was incorrect. N.I.B was named after Bill Ward's beard, because the guys were hanging out and Ozzy was stoned and looking at Bill Ward's beard on his face, and it looked like a pen nib, which is the tip of a pen. I never heard anyone call it a nib, but it's Ozzy said, "Hey man, his face is stretching and his beard looked real pointy, his goatee, so it looked like a pen nib, so they just named it Nib." There's the kit used on the debut album, and I believe at this show. It was a Ludwig 60s like jazz kit, and the finish was gray ripple. It's like an oyster pearl kit. Some advertisements of the band, their promotional debut album posters. Notice the one cymbal, besides the hi-hats, notice the one cymbal Bill was using for crashing and riding, and then he had the little splash on the bass drum. There's a promotional poster for their debut. Small, simple kit. Zildjian cymbals, apparently. Ludwig and Premier hardware. Ludwig Speed King, which is the same one I'm using, supposedly Bill had on this kit. Debut album. This concert was recorded right before they went back to Regent Sound Studios to record their second LP, Paranoid. And I believe Bill Ward was using the same kit as well. Here's the bass drum logo, seen in the early days. Also had a cowbell on the bass drum. I think it had a clamp like on the bass drum loop on the hoop. Here's another early Black Sabbath logo seen on Bill's kit, his Ludwig kit, right after they changed the name from Earth to Black Sabbath. There's the Ludwig Cloud Weathermaster stamp on the bottom. The Weathermaster. Notice I wrote the serial number as 66666. And again, as I featured, I'm using a little bit of slapback delay on the amp for the drums. I have the ambience set on the Roland TDK-4P to a dance floor setting, and I am using a Boss GE7 equalizer, a little mini soundboard, like you would see the guys in the studio. It's like a mini one. I have that to replicate the ambience and the sound of a small club or bar or a little hall setting. Very noisy and acousticy, not that great sound quality. I wanted to try to mimic that bootleg sound for the drums, so I retuned the drums and set the ambience just where I felt it sounded right. And again, another improv to Bill Ward's N.I.B with Black Sabbath. And again, not supposed to be a note for note, but something in the style of Bill Ward, how he played it at this show. And notice during the guitar solo, he rides on the cymbal a little bit. On the studio version, it is not. and he opens the hi-hat, barks the hi-hat a couple times during the Your Love For Me Is Gonna Fade or whatever. And that's it. My new Black Sabbath shirt, 1970. Thanks, guys. Subscribe to the channel. Chucks, just like Bill Ward used on stage, just to capture the vibe and the nerdiness of the video. Thanks, guys. Please subscribe to the channel.